Welcome back to part 2 of my lore explanation series. Of course, the game is not fully finished. You can still get into the game. Leave a comment for any ideas you want to add to the game. Leave a comment if you want to be in the game. Subscribe if you want to be in the game. You know, if you want to join, then you can join. But in the last episode, we talked about some of the starter characters. You know, they've been here for a hot second. They're kind of at the spawn area. We're gonna branch out now, and we're gonna go ahead and head towards Lava Island and explain this guy, this guy, this guy, and this guy. So, when you hit these cannons, you'll locate this guy over here. This is Schmeck 4. Schmeck 4 is important. He is a sword master, and he kind of gives you swords. The other three weren't worthy. They might come back into lore at some point. I don't know. I haven't decided that part yet. But Schmeck 4 does, in fact, Schmeck 4 gives swords, and he's actually important to the lore. Actually, like, a lot important. His job is not only the sword master, but he kind of keeps an eye on this guy. Schmeck 4. So what Schmeck 4, he keeps an eye on this guy, and you may be wondering what this guy is. But his name is Ropros, and Ropros wants power. As I told you before, there's power in this little bunker, and there's more power throughout the game that I'll show you later. But he wants power. He's kind of like an evil deity. So this guy is a watchful god, basically. But of course, if there's one, there's got to be others, which is where this guy and this guy are about to come into play. Landing on Lava Island, you know, it doesn't really seem like much. There's not much going on here. There's a few dead trees, you know, a bit of lava, a bit of parkour. Which, if you want to do the parkour, there is a hefty reward for getting to the top. It's not too hard, so you can definitely get quite enough coins to, you'll be pretty well off for a while with the amount of coins you get from the top. But that's not all. This opens up to the ball pit room. And in the ball pit room is none other than Cool Guy. Cool Guy is one of my friends, you know. He's pretty sick. But what Cool Guy does is, he's also a god. He's the god of chaos, as you will see later. But he is absolutely everywhere. Every single section of the world, basically, you can find him. He's over here. He's over there. He's up there. He was in there at some point. He might even be over there. He is everywhere. So surely, the other gods don't seem to do much. Surely if the other gods don't do much, surely he's not too powerful. That's where you're wrong. You see, unlike the other ones, if he thinks it's funny, this god will show it off. I love that. That never gets old. He blows you up. He just explosion. Because he doesn't like it when you say that. That's not all of the gods. That is 3. 1, 2, and a deity. So the third god, located over here, Agent 36, the god of apples, as you're about to see. Also, the other god that's not in the game is me, because I made the game, I created it, like the creator, so of course I get a roll. Good old Agent 36, he's god of apples. He just really likes apples. That's his entire lore explanation. I mean, there is more lore to him. He was on a boat with a few other people, like Spooky. Spooky was a guest, or a guest friend, whatever, on his boat, but it crashed after he was tricked by the Yoilberry, who does come in later. And so, Arch Paradise, that's how we got this island. Now, he is now the apple god. Like, so, of course he does survive, but he was on this island, which is where his boat was before he crashed. I got flung, mother. But that's the god's explanation. That's the explanation of the gods in the game. So tune back in as I show you some more little updates. Maybe Two-Piece Island, you know, that would be cool. And the big one, or one of the big ones at least.